Welcome to all our viewers. I'm Becky Schultz with Diesel Progress and New Power Progress, and with me is David Frank, Vice President of Electrification at Briggs Stratton. We'll be discussing Vanguard brand's investment in automation at its Tucker, Georgia facility and the value and benefit it can offer to both the company and its customers. David, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
David, why don't you start by talking generally about the significant investments Vanguard has made in battery manufacturing in 2023? What would you say is the driving force behind that?
Yeah, we at Briggs Stratton, we have a responsibility to our customers. We've been providing power for over 115 years, and we take that responsibility very seriously. So as the demand for electrification power has been out there for different types of applications, commercial applications in particular. Customers have requested different packs, different configurations. And in order for us to really be able to have that flexibility, we needed to continue to make investments. And that's really what we're talking about here today is the flexibility in those investments and what benefits that gives our customers.
So what are the potential benefits of this investment to OEM customers who are seeking electrification solutions?
I think one of the first things that we got to remember is how the jobs have changed a little bit as time's gone on. It used to be, we used to pour a concrete slab, right, in construction in particular. And now we're putting the walls up, we're putting the roofs on. And so being able to run a product indoor and taking advantage of making sure it's clean, clean emissions, the employees are breathing in clean air, really does a number of things. It helps the job site save money. It also makes sure that we're able to respond to indoor and outdoor use. I think the other thing is, noise, right? So you got the comfort for the employees, but also the safety on that job site of not having that noise around. And then really the taking the guesswork out. I know that there's a ton of people that are concerned with electrification. And we have a power application center that we help our OEMs on that journey. And we have a wide variety of different packs. So we have a 1.5 kilowatt hour pack, and we go all the way up to a 10 kilowatt hour pack that can actually run in parallel. So what does that mean to a customer? That means if they buy a 10 kilowatt hour pack from us, they can run 10 of them together. So if you add another one, that becomes 20. You add 3 packs, that's 30 kilowatt hours. And then the other thing is how do you get rid of that whole mile anxiety, right? So that length of time that someone can run it. We're really excited. We've introduced our new 1.5 kilowatt hour pack. That's a swappable pack. So the customer is able to pull it out and just like maybe they do with their hand tool battery, just obviously a much larger battery with a lot more power than they would get in their typical hand tool battery. But that's absolutely important. And then I think last but not least is that data connectivity. Where now that customer has the interface where they can really start to focus on safety, which is always the most important thing, but they can start to figure out how they can make their equipment safer to use. And then they can also get real data interface back as the customer is using it and continue to improve their product.
Excellent. So obviously Vanguard is continuing to expand its electrification offering. You have the exciting new product that you mentioned. Can you talk a little bit more about how those products can be applied in the field?
Yeah. So today we actually established 2 different types of batteries. We have our fixed batteries, which we refer to as our FI series, right? And then we have our swappable batteries, which we refer to as our SI series. And so once again, our 1.5 kilowatt hour battery, the swappable unit. So that's one configuration that a customer can have. And once again, the ability to run those in parallel. And then we have those fixed batteries. So what we mean by a fixed battery is an application where that battery is going to stay on board. They're not going to be taking it out. That battery is going to stay on board. So typically like a recreational vehicle, maybe an aerial lift. that type of equipment. So today we have a 1.5, a 3.5 kilowatt, a 3.8, a 5 kilowatt, a 7, and a 10. The reason why I took the time to go through all those is just to kind of show everybody that range and product that we really have available for our customers. And then also, as I mentioned before, is modularity, right? So we use J1939 connectivity, the ability for us to basically give a customer a quote unquote off the shelf battery that they can start putting into their application with that ability of being able to run multiples in parallel. Examples of applications that we're really seeing are utility vehicles, walk behind finish trawls, grinders, scissor lifts, right? You name it, anything that someone wants to electrify, we basically are coming out with it. You know, those OEMs have come to us and said, we want to electrify, but where do we get a motor? Where do we get a controller? And so that's kind of a peek as to where we're going. We're going to become that full battery system offering. So I talked a little bit about J1939, but we want to make it really easy for our OEMs to start adopting electrification, just like we did with engines.
Great. So let's backtrack a bit and go back to the investment the company's made at its Tucker, Georgia facility. What led to the decision to make that kind of an investment, $6 million additional investment in this facility? And how will that impact both its capacity and the quality of the products that are produced there?
When we look at it, a lot of times people, when they take a tour of our facility, and I'm coming right off of just giving a couple tours last week. And so it was amazing to me how many people said, boy, all this equipment that's here is really kind of stuff that you guys made, right? This isn't just available off the shelf, right? So this is years of understanding, years of working. You can't just go somewhere and say, hey, I want to have an automated piece of equipment put in. This is something that takes a tremendous amount of time. But really what I would say the first thing that made us make this investment is safety. You'll hear that continually said on our side, safety for our employees, right? We want to make sure that our employees come in and are able to leave the same way they came into work every single day. The other thing is just flexibility. I mentioned it earlier about the multiple different packs that we offer. Well, with those different packs, we got to have a lot of flexibility because our OEMs, you know, the volume in some markets, the adoption is slowly taking off. And so we got to have the ability to build 5 packs to, 5,000 packs, depending on what our customers' demands are. And then on top of that, we want to make sure that we're able to support the battery power equipment that our customers have out there with a different level of service. The automated allows us to minimize human error, right? So when our customers get a battery pack from us, they're expecting it to be perfect every single time, right? So this gives us a ton of ability to do tracking around that battery and ultimately multiple test spots along the way. We don't have a Monday. We don't have a Friday, right? We're able to run Saturdays. We're able to run second shift. So it gives us a ton of flexibility there. And then once again, safety. When we look at batteries, cells that are available in the marketplace, there's different types of cells that are out there, different types of chemistry. We want to make sure that wherever we choose for that chemistry and those cells, that we're able to have complete flexibility, but do it in the safest way possible. So if there's continuity of supply challenges, we're able to respond with this automation.
It sounds like you really made some big efficiency improvements in the production process with this automation. How does it also expand the production capabilities at the facility?
Yeah. Once again, it gives us complete flexibility to run that second shift as we see that huge demand from our customers sway because the market is very dynamic. While every year we're getting more and more requests, a lot of times our customers, when they're first introducing a new piece of equipment, they don't know, am I going to sell 2 or am I going to sell 5,000? We always kind of joke around with those answers that we get from customers. It depends on who we ask of that customer, how many they're going to sell. And so part of that is our ability to really be able to flex up and flex down. And so when you're making these types of investments, you got to make sure what you're investing in gives you the ability to produce the lower quantity when that demand isn't there, and then also be able to go up 10x if the demand is there.
What about employees? Do you see the investment in automation offering any new opportunities for the employees who work at the facility?
Absolutely. We're just outside of Atlanta, Georgia, where this Tucker facility is located. We have right now over 30 job openings there. So we're really, really excited, and we're always looking for people to come join our team and continue to help us win in the marketplace. We basically look at it as we owe it to our employees to continue to bring them technology, continue to educate them. We'll continue to introduce more automation. We'll continue to expand that facility. And that facility has a ton of room for growth. And this gives us kind of that flagship as that training area to really give our employees the skill set as we continue to expand, no matter where they go in their career. Hopefully it's with Briggs Stratton, Vanguard. But ultimately, we have an obligation to make sure that we're setting them up for the future, and then also obviously setting ourselves up for the future.
So it sounds like there's tons of positives that are coming out of this investment. Is there anything else you'd like to share about the benefits of the Vanguard's investment in the Tucker location?
Yeah, hopefully all of our employees, look back and see this as our continued commitment, and our customers, right? Our continued commitment to electrification, our continued commitment to our workforce in Tucker, Georgia. Our continued commitment to help our customers continue on this journey to electrify. It's a complete vote of confidence. So we appreciate the investment that Briggs Stratton continues to make in the electrification business and continue to see the opportunity there. So I hope the whole team that's out there realizes that this is really just a continued investment and a continued commitment that Briggs Stratton has. And we got a lot of growth plans for Tucker facility. I look at it from where we were 2.5 years ago to where we are now. And we're producing about 70% more than we were a year ago. And the year before that, probably about 250% more. So quite remarkable.
That is really remarkable. It sounds like a lot of exciting things coming out of that location. So the last thing I'd like to ask is if anyone would like to connect with Briggs Stratton or find out more information, where can they go to find that out?
Yeah, vanguardpower.com. In there, we ask them a few questions about what they're trying to find out, right? Are they a dealer, distributor? Are they an OEM, or are they just an end user that really just is looking for a solution? And hopefully we can guide them to one of our OEM partners to help with that solution. The other thing we really want to get across to all of our customers, Briggs Stratton, we've always been committed to training customers on new technologies, whether that be engines with fuel injection and now electrification. So we're really focused on how do we do that. And there's a lot of people that are lost. A lot of dealers that are lost, a lot of distributors that are lost, even end users, and then of course OEMs. As I said earlier, we've been around for 115 years. We do this better than anyone, and so we hope that our customers, whoever they may be, an end user, will take the opportunity to reach out if they are lost, because we can help them. We can help them on this journey, and it's a great opportunity for us, obviously, to show off also all the cool things that we're doing.
Absolutely. David, this has been a great conversation. Thank you again for joining us, and thank you to everyone for tuning in.
Thanks for having me.